Live from Florida A&M University on the highest of 7 hills in the capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend. This is the award-winning FAMU TV 20 News.
Happy Friday, and thank you for tuning in to FAMU News 20. I'm Ariane Dailey.
And I'm Kalisha Moore. Start off in local news with 23-year-old Talia Jefferson charged with murder and aggravated battery for a toddler's death. According to Tallahassee Police Department, the initial information Jefferson provided to doctors indicated the toddler fell at home. However, the victim's injuries and evidence at the scene did not appear to be consistent with that statement.
The city plans for Wilani a new urban development that has been on the table since 1999, but the plan that once seemed to move slow and steady has now revved up, and it has community and its leaders talking. Here's Kalisha Moore in Tallahassee to explain.
Wilani Arch, around 5,000 acres of undeveloped land wedged between I-10, Centerville, and Miccosukee roads, was created to support the expected boom in economy. The former plantation is now set for rebirth as an arch with 5 districts, a plan all can't seem to agree on. Bill Proctor, county commissioner who voted in opposition of the plan in last week's meeting, explained his vote by saying this.
I can't go along with that, to be paying for something and getting all the people in my district to pay for something they ain't getting no benefit out of. No.
Little to no public input and complaints of traffic concerns have the community buzzing. People in local communities and organizations like Keep It Rural believe the loss of 2,800 acres to development takes away from the landscape's character. County Commissioner Chairman Brian Deloge has taken heat from citizens over a lack of public input. To that, Deloge has this to say.
That's a false narrative because we've had more public comment on this issue than I probably have had on any issue in 14 years.
Construction is already underway on part of the land. Due to rezoning and taxpayer investment, people question how much this 12,000 residential unit and 3 million square feet of commercial space utopia cost. Taxpayers are already footing the $80 million bill, and that's just the starting price tag. In Tallahassee, Kalisha Moore, FAMU News 20.
The development is currently in phase 1 and a final adoption hearing is set on the agenda for November 10th. Thank you, Kalisha.
The wait is finally over. Vice President Mike Pence is set to touch down in Tallahassee on Saturday. Our reporter Quintavia McKay is live in the studio with more on the story.
Vice President Mike Pence has scheduled to have his Make America Great Again rally for Saturday at 6:30 p.m. at the Tallahassee International Airport. According to the official campaign website, voters can arrive at 4:30 p.m. when the doors open and are set to close at 6 p.m. The Vice President will be accompanied by Florida State Representatives Jason Schoaf and Alex Andretti. To register for tickets, you can go to events.donaldjtrump.com. Live in the studio, I'm Quintavia McKay. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Tallahassee Mayor John Dailey endorses Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden for president earlier this week and issued a call for all Tallahassee registered voters to cast ballots in the 2020 election. Dailey says he votes for Biden and Democratic vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris because Biden is the leader and uniter our country needs.
The second and final debate between President Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden was a more civil affair. Less chaotic and more coherent, President Trump and Joe Biden took the debate stage together one final time last night. With fewer interruptions, the two candidates offered their final pitches to voters, including how they will combat the current coronavirus pandemic, racial injustice, and ways to improve the economy. The last day to vote is November 3rd, so make sure your voice is heard. A judge has dropped the third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis officer accused in the death of George Floyd. Our multimedia journalist Adriana Alexander is live at Convergence to give us more on this story.
Ruling on a defense motion, the charge of third-degree murder has been dropped against former Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin. On May 25th, Chauvin was seen on video kneeling on George Floyd's neck for over 8 minutes while Floyd screamed to officers that he couldn't breathe. The judge has more decisions ahead, including whether the former officers involved will be tried separately or together and whether there will be a call of venue. That's all I have for you guys today. Back to you ladies at the desk.
It's typically a packed holiday season at Tallahassee International Airport. However, what will be their usual busy season is faced with possible challenges due to COVID-19. Brittany Jarrett tells us more.
Many airports and airlines are taking major hits due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Tallahassee International Airport is no different. Jim Derwin, Deputy Director of Aviation at TLH, says their greatest drop was in April with a 96% decline in passenger traffic.
And so in September of this year, our traffic was about 65% lower than September of 2019. So while the traffic is still 65% lower, at least it's better than the 96% lower.
Derwin also says what him and other airport associations have noticed is that airports and major tourist destinations have rebounded quicker than others. Tavis Cooper is a Tallahassee resident who has last flown out of TLH in January. He says that he's put traveling on hold due to the pandemic.
I feel pretty okay with the airport and the airlines, especially with the protocols they have, and I have enough trust in the airlines and the aircraft to, be safe through a time like this.
The airport has implemented informational graphics, floor stickers to ensure social distancing, and plexiglass shields to increase safety. According to city officials, the airport staff receive daily health screenings when reporting for work and are required to wear masks. You may not be boarding my plane, but Tallahassee International Airport has made it safe for you to board yours. They have tripled the amount of contactless hand sanitizers throughout all of the terminals. For FAMU News 20, I'm Brittany Jarrett.
Because the holidays are approaching, this means more foot traffic than usual at the airport. During this time, Derwin suggests not to bring any wrapped gifts on your flight in case TSA has to open them and check what's inside, causing a flight delay. Thank you, Brittany. The FDA approves the very first drug to treat COVID-19. The vaccine remdesivir is produced by the company Gilead Sciences. Up until the company's announcement, the drug was only authorized to be used on hospitalized patients. A U.S. study showed that recovery decreased by a third for some patients. The drugs will be sold under the brand name Veklury. Now, we head over to Diamond Cannon with the latest in entertainment news.
Thank you, Kalisha. It looks like one of your Halloween family traditions could be coming to an end. For the first time in more than 50 years, the classic It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown won't be broadcast. According to Apple, Charlie Brown is now available to exclusive Apple TV Plus subscribers, including a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and Christmas and a new series called The Snoopy Show. We're going to start off right with today. We did experience some scattered rain showers with temperatures fluctuating between the high 80s and the low 60s. The same moving on to Saturday. We will be experiencing some slight rain scattered, so please remember to stay dry. Moving on to Sunday and Monday, we will be experiencing partly cloudy temperatures on Sunday with temperatures at a high of 85 and a low of 66. Monday, we will be experiencing temperatures at a high of 86 and a low of 69. On Tuesday, we will be running into some rain showers again with partly cloudy skies at a high of 86 and a low of 71.
Welcome back. I'm Maya Ellison. Happy Friday, and let's get right into your sports for today. Last night at Gene Cox Stadium, the Florida High Seminoles handed the Rickards Raiders their first loss of the 2020 season with a 20-7 win. With the victory, Florida High remains undefeated and moved to 6-0, while Rickards falls to 2-1. Four-star Auburn commit Amari Harvey, one of the stars of the Seminoles defense, says as good as they've been so far, they're far from their potential. Florida High is set to play against Walton High School on November 6th, and you don't want to miss it. In other news, the MEAC released schedules for this upcoming spring season for both Florida A&M University sports, football, and basketball. MEAC Commissioner Dennis Thomas says the mental and physical health and safety of student athletes, coaches, staff, and fans must be at the forefront. Basketball season is currently scheduled to kick off January 2nd, and football will begin February 20th. This 2020 Breast Cancer Awareness Month will be quite different due to COVID-19 restrictions. Many cancer survivors state that most events will be virtual across the U.S. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.